heavy vehicle failing a yield, going southbound on Buckles from Howe. Okay, they're stopped. Buckles and Independent. RP's going to be John, Ocean, Henry, 3856. Turn the car off. Turn the car off. Put your hands out of the window. With your right hand, grab your car keys and throw them out a window. Where are your keys at?
In my right hand pocket.
Alright, just keep your hands out of the window.
Just to let you know, officer, I am armed.
Okay. Where's your firearm at?
In my holster on my left hip.
Alright, do not move.
Got it.
Good. For the lieutenant at the jail, they will do a courtesy hold at time for Cuyahoga County.
I got me.
Here.
There's 25 en route to you.
Alright, man. What's going on, dude? What are you doing?
We just got a call over the radio for a signal 44. We have two officers on the other side of Akron. They just called for a request for help.
You a police officer?
Do you need my assistance?
I'm armed security officer.
So you're running red lights?
I wasn't able to get my lights down.
You're running red lights.
Yes, I ran a red light.
Two of them.
What's going on, boss man? How you feeling?
You're not a police officer, man.
I know that.
Unit 3, I see a APD en route to your direction.
Alright, boss man. Passenger, you're gonna come out first, okay? Are you armed?
Yes, I am.
Alright, just step out and face away from me, alright?
No problem.
Alright, man, you guys aren't police officers. You can't run.
I didn't say that I was.
You can't be running red lights, dog. And then when lights and sirens mean stop, and I keep going.
I didn't hear the siren. We got an assistance call.
Why am I being detained?
You're being detained right now because your buddy didn't stop.
Who do you work for?
Yes, sir. Why do you have a badge for a police officer?
Who is this?
Are you a police officer? So you can't wear that, right? Okay.
Not a problem.
Alright, I got you. Do you have a concealed carry permit, sir? Sir, do you have a concealed carry permit? Do you have a concealed carry permit?
He was talking to me. I'm trying to
Walk
listen
this way.
to him.
Answer, do you have CCW or not?
No.
You don't?
Hey, he won't hang tight, man.
Alright, back here.
I'm not running nowhere, sir.
I got you.
Just going to work doing security.
I got you. I got you.
You seen me before. At Buckhouse over
Right.
here.
Okay, we're gonna come here. Okay.
He's probably got a cuff key as well.
You have keys? Where are the cuff keys at?
My keychain. I can't even do nothing right now.
Gotcha, man. You're just being detained right now because your buddy should have stopped when he should have, okay?
No problem, no problem.
Do you have any other firearms on you?
No, I'm not gonna lie. That's my money in the battery. Can I at least put my pants up?
You have a security ID or something?
When we're getting in, that's what we're going through the course where he has his.
But you don't even have one?
I'm
My
working-
man, you can't be carrying.
We have an open carry law. Instead of Ohio.
You're not open carrying. You're in a car. Have a seat.
I mean, can you do me a favor not be in front of the circle?
Huh?
I can't sit down with these cuffs. I just push them in front.
I can't do that.
Because no, it's difficult for me to sit down
Okay,
like that.
you gotta sit down sideways for my man, okay? I can't. It's not me. I just can't do that, okay?
Well, because my leg is broken. That's why I was asking. That's why I said that.
Step on in. All in. I got you.
Like, that's why I said I can't
All right,
sit.
we'll go to a different car.
No, I wasn't being funny.
No, you're good, man. Listen, I ain't holding nothing against you. You were different. We're gonna go to car 5, okay?
You ain't gotta worry about me, brother.
I appreciate that. You can sit all the way. This one you can lean all the way in there. You can put your back all the way against the door if you need to.
Back against what door?
The back, the other door. So you can go all the way in there. And we're gonna have a conversation about a couple things, man, because that man went through 2 red lights.
Well, if you understand in our situation, not being disrespectful, their licensed company has another bar at Oasis.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm gonna talk to you here in about a second. I gotta get your partner settled in. All right. All the way in. Ah, shit. Here. Oh yeah. Stay down here.
Oh, I didn't see those stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Push yourself all the way in there.
Oh, this bad leg. Swear.
He's got a dagger in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna Mirandize him. Okay. Start talking to him. His gun was hot. We'll just get to the bottom of it. Looks like this guy's the legit one right now.
Okay.
Obviously, he's not. He looked for Neosec. I have no idea, but it's all over his stuff. He said that this guy doesn't work for Neosec. He just picked him up at the hookah place, and then they got a call for service. I don't know why he's taking somebody that doesn't work at his company to a call for service. That's a problem, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. You're obviously in custody. You're yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read you some rights. We're gonna ask you a couple questions because this is a stupid situation.
No problem.
You do have the right to remain silent. Any mistake you'll be against the court of law. You have the right to talk with a lawyer. Have him or her present with you. Right. You can afford to hire one. Want to do a point for. Anytime. Exercise your rights. Not answer questions.
So
Okay.
what happened? So I'm coming down.
So tonight, my partner's
So I was looking for someone else who ducked me in a lane. So I'm like shooting up down Howe, and as I'm going down Howe, the light's red. He full on sends the red light, and then he gets to the red light over here into Akron, goes right through the red light. And I had my lights and sirens on before he went through the red light. Kept going, and he stopped here. So that's basically it with that. It was just the red light violation. Now he had firearms. This guy, no CCW, no nothing.
We gotta make sure he's not. I understand he works for this hookah thing, whatever. Let's make sure he's not a security company, because
He has no security. He said he has no security license or anything like that.
Okay, then yeah, at that point, if he has no licensing through the state for armed security, he's gonna get all those gun charges. And honestly, dude, I mean, he's got a badge that says peace officer on it. I mean, you're looking at him. I mean, I think impersonating has to be sort of a thing where you have to identify yourself as a police officer, someone, not just wear. I'd look a little more into it. I think you have to actually do something.
Right.
Like act as a law enforcement officer, not just have the items. Let's get out of the road for you.
This guy to you is who?
He's an employee of the place that we were about to go.
Okay, so he doesn't work for Neosec.
No, he doesn't work for Neosec.
Okay, why are you taking him to an officer in trouble call?
I was going to drop him off, and then
Drop him off where?
I was going to drop him off at the hookah center there, in the plaza by the Hattery.
Okay, and you picked him up from where?
His place in Akron.
Okay. Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, I've known him from previous spots where I've worked.
Okay. Why is he carrying around a gun and wearing plates? What's
He-
police officer badge?
He works for the hookah center. I don't know. He doesn't work for us. So.
Has he ever claimed to be a police officer?
Not to me.
Who's your supervisor?
I'm the top supervisor, but the only person above me is the CEO that's at the place we were about to head.
Why don't we get him on the phone? 'Cause I would love to know, one, if he knows this guy.
Okay.
And what is why you're not stopping for a police officer? At that point, we don't care what you got going on. I understand that somebody's in danger, but we don't know that.
Yeah, I understand that.
So we can charge you with a whole bunch of shit, and then then this all goes away. So, what do you want to do right now?
Well, yeah, stop for license sirens, man. We're gonna have to figure out what your buddy's doing. But I understand you're going somewhere where your people needs help. But it was in Akron.
Yeah.
That's what Akron Police is for. I mean, you're putting I can't go through a red light without license sirens on. I mean, I would put myself in. You went through 2 red lights, like not just like turning yellow to red. You went through 2 red lights. You full scented, man. If I did that, I'd get ridden up and I'd be in trouble. You have no lights on. What if someone like blindside clips you? You know what I'm saying? You have no liability.
I know. I was moving to enable my lights in the car.
And I understand they're in trouble, man. But I mean, that's what Akron Police is for. They got lights and sirens. They got over 100 people working at one time. I get there. I can understand doing above speed limit. I understand that. I do above speed limit, but you're putting yourself and other people in danger.
As far as I know, it's red and white.
It's not. It's green. It's amber and green.
Is it amber and green?
Amber and green. What colors do you have?
I have red and white.
You can't have that, man. Right now, I'm gonna have you see the back of my car. Okay, while we talking about some stuff.
Okay.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Press it.
All the way in?
All the way in, man. You have no firearm, no keys or anything, right?
Hey. Do you know your supervisor's cell phone?
Yeah.
Number? What is it? What's his name or her name?
David Russell.
Just have the on in there for me, okay? Good. So, security, as I'm aware, you can't have red and white.
I think you're right. I know.
Green
Yeah.
and
amber, and then there's purple. Some states.
Yeah,
and I know it's not red, because that's fire. That's police and fire.
Yeah,
Like
he can't have that.
I'm gonna call this guy's supervisor and get him out here.
I'm gonna have Dave come out here just so we need to look a little more into the ORC of what impersonating actually is.
This dude's got a peace officer badge.
Yeah.
And he's got plates in his carrier. He's a cop. He thinks he's a cop. I haven't run that gun yet. You want to do that?
Yeah.
It's unfavorable. Ground.
7840 radio, serial on a firearm.
Go ahead.
Frank Charles Young, 3431 on a Smith & Wesson.
It's clear.
Copy. Can you send that shift commander, please?
Affirmative, one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. See three police cars when you get here, alright? See three
Alright,
police cars
am I
when you
okay to go in the car? Or is that something I probably should do?
I haven't
Al,
asked
or
him
I'm
for
sorry,
consent to search or
Buckover
anything.
and Independent.
I just asked him about the lights, if I could use the lights, and he said I could turn them on and off. So I haven't asked him about searching the car yet. So
He
let's
can't.
just, I mean, we can hold off on that.
I'm going to look up right now the URC for private security. For law.
Have we taken the badge from that guy yet?
I haven't taken it still on him.
Did you check for a cuff key though?
Yeah, I got all his keys and stuff off.
You have the badge off of him, you said? Or you
No, the
have-
badge is still on him.
Let's take it off of him, just so we have it.
I think he's. Hey man, we're gonna take your badge real quick. Okay.
It's not a problem.
Who do you work for?
It's another cop.
Actually, I'm not gonna talk to you until I Mirandize you real quick, okay?
You don't need to. I already know what it is.
That's fine. I still gotta read it, just to make sure, cover up everything, my bases, or you know what I'm saying?
I have a right to remain silent.
Yeah. You have the right to remain silent, and you say Canada will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer or make any questions or statements while you're being questioned. Do you understand these rights I explained to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me? Okay, who do you work for?
This company.
Well, he's saying you don't.
I work for a company out of Cleveland, G Enforcement. I just moved down here to Akron.
You just moved down here to Akron? So
Yes.
do you still work for that company in Cleveland?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm back and forth.
So are you working for them right now?
Who?
Are you currently on the clock for your other company?
No.
No. Are you on the clock for his company
I just got hired today.
today?
Yes.
So you have a payroll, all that.
It's getting started today.
So you don't even have payroll. So how are you getting paid right now?
They pay us cash or cash out.
Okay, man, that's a little. Who do you work for at the hookah bar? You just work for them?
Yes, just doing security, that's all.
Okay. Do you have a security license?
I'm currently working on it.
Okay. Do you have 120 hours of PATA?
I'm going through that as of Monday.
Okay. And you don't have a CCW?
No.
Okay. All right. Just hang out for me, okay?
Because my firearm came back clear, right?
Yeah.
Because it's never been fired.
I mean, that still hasn't. It come back clear as like if it's stolen or not.
Oh
That's
no,
it.
it's registered. It should be registered to me.
Okay. Yeah, we're just making sure about that. All right, I'll come back and talk to you in a second. Okay. So he doesn't have 120 hour PATA. He's never went through a PATA course. He says he works for them, but they pay him through Cash App, and he just started today, so he has no payroll or nothing. So
Okay,
that it's none of that. He works for a security company up in Cleveland, but he is not on the clock for them right now. He has no security license.
He's out here doing things he should be doing.
Yeah, and the hookah bar thing is just something that they just asked him to do. So,
Okay.
So he has no employment for security.
I think you have it, honestly.
Yeah,
See what
you're going to have, I think, more than just, I mean, lowest you're going to have is a gun charge for the guy for sure, but
Did you run his?
Yeah, that's clear.
we're just going to see what Dave says about him wearing all that.
Do you know if they turned the lights on?
I have no idea.
I mean, we can ask him
Yeah.
to see if he did, because he's under Miranda right now.
Yeah.
He's back at 7.
Yeah.
You want to ask him?
Yeah, that's it. Hey man, so let me just ask you a couple of things. Your Mirandized, correct? Okay, so what call are you going to right now? Like, what's happening with that?
There was from what I got on the radio, there was a large fight that was uncontained, and they needed assistance.
Okay, did they call Akron police?
I have no idea if they did
Okay.
or not.
So tell me your thought process when you're going up. How fast were you going? How fast do you think you're going?
I would say around 50 through there.
Okay. why do you think it's a good idea to go through the red light like that?
I didn't realize it was a red light at the time.
Okay. Okay, why are you going through lights with your red and white lights on?
Just trying to get there.
Okay, so you know you're not supposed to have those on, man. You know, I can see private property. You can't have those red and white lights on, man. Okay. Do you have a siren in there?
No, there's no siren.
So, okay, so you just have the red and white lights on, no siren?
That's it.
Okay, just hang tight for me, okay? He said he did.
He did?
Yeah.
I
was
think
like,
it can only be amber.
yeah, I was
Light
like,
and amber.
I said, why'd you have those red and white lights on? He's like, just trying to do a thing. So you did have it on. He's like, yes.
Is that money on the top of that roof? That
It's his
get
wallet,
that.
isn't
Okay. He's displaying Ohio peace officer on his chest.
Did he identify himself like that, or just based on the badge?
Just
The other guy's supervisor's coming down right now.
Did you ask him about what's up with the badge? And
Yeah, he didn't have much to say about it.
everything is, he's working on it. He doesn't have a security license. He's never went through an Opata course. He says he works for them, but he just started today, and they pay him through Cash App. He's now on the clock on his other security company, and the hookah bar thing is just something they asked him to do.
that's the passenger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Driver's more legit. He's an actual security guy, but the issue with him is he ran a red light. He's got red and white lights.
He's running hot to calls.
He's running hot to calls. Can't have red and white lights. I think they're supposed to be amber and white.
Green.
Amber, yeah, green and red.
So that's how he's driving?
Yeah.
So he was going eastbound on Howe, and he went through the red light there. And then when I turned around, I turned my lights on, the red light, wherever the mall and stuff is, hit the car.
Supervisor.
And he did admit to having, when he was coming down this road, having the red and white lights on. They're all kitted out. They're about to leave Ukraine. He said he was doing 50-something down Howe. He had the red lights on. And
He had them on?
Yeah, he said he had them on.
Okay.
And it's just moving so fast.
Basically doing the job of a police officer, I think, while doing that. Running
What was
contact.
what was he doing though? Was he supposedly going
They're
somewhere?
going to a fight call over at the hookah bar that they're working security.
So why are they not there in the first place? I mean, I think there's some emergency lights laws and stuff in place, if you can find them, about doing that without actually being authorized to do it. Because he's not technically an emergency vehicle.
Right.
So if he's doing the traffic violations, you could almost just do a reckless op.
Okay.
And then maybe just explain that, because that's the reckless op is going to be a lot more than what he's going to get than anything else, probably, because that's
The driver,
6
yeah.
points, yeah. It's 4 or 6 points, but
As for the passenger, he said we're going to be doing gun charges on him.
it would be a stretch to do a piece of, like, he has a badge, but did he identify himself as a peace officer? Did he
And that's what I thought the
did he
ORC said, yeah.
Did he present himself as that to somebody?
Right.
Like, if he just has a badge that says that, I don't know that that's going to fly.
Right.
What I would do is, since you're probably going to have felony gun charges on him, is whoever it is, when you go to county, just explain to them that and give them the circumstances, and they can tell you no, or they can tell you yes, or they can just present it to the grand jury. But I don't think it does. It fits just based on the fact that he didn't ID himself as a police officer. He didn't say, "Yeah, I'm a police officer." He just had a badge that says police officer. I don't know that that's, as long as he's not identifying himself, I think he's okay. I mean, granted, is that what he's doing somewhere? Probably.
Sure.
But as far as what you're dealing with is not.
Which one's you out here to iron out?
The driver, I would hit reckless op, and then if that meets the criteria, I mean, read over the statute to be sure, but it kind of sounds that way if he's going through red lights. If he's supposed red and blue lights, or red and white, you said?
Yes. The visor lights.
That he's not in any form allowed to do that. I just don't know the specific laws about the reckless operator catch all. Unless you want to do some research and try to find under that ORC like that lets us do it. If there's something in there that's a violation of, it might be lighted lights too. That might be it.
I'm not too sure with it.
Dude, how many times we can fucking come across this?
Yeah.
So I think you're good at least with reckless op, and then try to find, if you want to find another statute or something. But that reckless op is pretty. To be honest with you, what they're going to be doing is say, hey, this will all go away. Just do the reckless op. Okay. But if you want to hit them with it, then I would try to read the law and see if there's something very specific that has to deal with our overhead lights and stuff. Because the red and whites are typically for fucking fire.
Ambulance and fire.
Yeah.
I'll look at the ORC before we kick it.
But I think, you're at least on a solid reckless op for the driver.
Cool.
Radio 206. Yeah, 10.
She has Miranda's these dudes too. What kind of gun? Did he have a pistol or something?
He's got an AR pistol in the back. Passenger had a pistol on him. Driver also had a pistol on him. Most of the guns are going to belong to the driver.
At least that pistol on him.
Yeah.
What are these dudes carrying around AR pistols?
My man is decked out with the mags on his chest and everything. He has like 8 AR mags on him.
If you want to go get started on the driver stuff, and look that stuff up, so we're not keeping them here longer than we need to.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Hey man, so you understand what's going on right now, okay? You are under arrest, okay? Alright, so I'm not gonna talk to you about it right now. I gotta get the other guy and deal with all his stuff real quick, but we'll talk about more of it later, okay? That makes sense?
So I am going to jail.
Yes.
He's going to jail too?
We're gonna see. We gotta read over a couple things, but the biggest thing that you have right now is that handgun. You cannot have a handgun.